If you want to get back to where you need to be, you've got to do some things in your own life. You can't stay where you are and expect to go forward in your life. You've got to take some steps in the right direction. And in all three of these parables, we see responsibility. We see action. See, God's going to do something for you. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. He's the God of restoration, but He restores people who take responsible steps in the right direction. You can't just sit back and hope that God's going to do something in your life. You've got to take some steps on that journey as well. God expects something of you and me. See, remember the story of the lost sheep? It was the first parable. We read it a few moments ago. Well, how was the lost sheep found? The shepherd took the responsibility to go and look for it. The second story was the lost coin. How was the lost coin found? Well, the woman took the responsibility to get her flashlight out, if you will, to get her little oil lamp out and to go searching through the house and sweeping all the corners to find that she had to look for the lost coin. So again, she accepted responsibility. How about the lost son? How did he find restoration with his father? He made up his mind that he was going home. He was no longer going to live in the pig pen of life. He said, I'm getting up and going back to my father. And how about the father? He had a responsibility too. What would he do when his son came back home? How would he treat him? And we see that the father takes the responsibility to treat his son with compassion. And all of these stories we see very clearly this responsibility that is taken on every part. And what I want to say to you today is that there's something that you can do in this process. There's something that God wants you and I to do. He wants you and I to take some responsibility.